Yo, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I've actually talked about it before. I've got 20 minutes here between flights, so let's get to it. I'm One Sir Grove. Topic of this podcast, video shoots. That's right, filming videos. 495L4, rap group. The launch, the release, the debut of 495L4 rap group live action. Live action. That's right. Some people think, man, Grove, man, you be doing the podcast and you be doing the raps, you be doing this, and that. Yo, that is all correct. What some folks don't realize is that we're about to launch internationally live action videos to rival anything and everything that you have ever seen on YouTube in terms of rappers and their rap videos. I've been scouting in the East, traveling to I've been to hundreds of cities. Hundreds. Literally hundreds. Not 100. Hundreds. And I've been to more than half the U.S. And a lot of people I know, a lot of folks I know from where I come from, they travel extensively as well. My cousin was in England for 4 years and then some change. And I have another friend from childhood. He's been all over the world, DJing with the likes of many top names, people who you know and who are household brand names in the world of hip-hop rap. Yours truly, One Sir Grove, has been out here scouting to find the perfect territory for a parallel universe of videos. Now, here's the idea. A lot of cats aren't going to get this right away because you got to think about it. And this is some shit. Man, look, this is some shit that's going to blow any fucking competition away in terms of artistry and in terms of music and in terms of whatever they think is the hottest, latest, greatest, biggest shit out on the fucking market. When this switch gets flipped on and this new campaign kicks off, and I'm going to give y'all a little taste like in advance. When the videos are recorded, I'm going to put out little clips of the videos in advance. And y'all are going to be fucking mind blown. I already have the special effects people lined up and everything. I have discovered and this is all from this. I am doing this based on information that I gleaned, that I saw in a series of dreams that I had. So that's how I came up with this idea, just to let y'all know. So you know my whole parallel universes motif, the whole theme, the thematic that I roll with, fused with science fiction and science fact, sci-fi, sci-fact, among other things. You know, hood shit, West Coast, East Coast neighborhoods. Well, I have found some places that are, by mainstream society standards, they are in fact parallel universes. Yes, the fuck they are. I have seen some amazing... Listen. I grew up in the church. I'm Judeo-Christian. And like I said, if y'all are true fans of the show, as opposed to being non-true fans, then we, 495 as a whole, most certainly appreciate you. I've seen a lot of fucking movies, man, in my time. Zillions of them. Just as has anyone who is a fan of movies. A movie fanatic. A movie buff. Someone who just loves to fucking watch films. Movies. Right? Action. Romance. Family. Comedy. Whatever genre. Right? I have never seen in any movie that I've watched out of zillions of movies what I am planning to portray, depict, and show in these videos that 495 L4 rap group is to make. So I have identified some different parts of the world that don't look like anything else in North America and overseas. These places are lesser known, obscure, pretty much, relatively off-grid. And to some folks, they are off-grid. They're just so bizarre. They're just so anomalous. They're just so much different from the larger surrounding environment. I'll give you an example. So there's a story, it's in the Encyclopedia of Paranormal Parapsychology, Paranormal Activity Parapsychology, which is a compendium of encyclopedias. It's not one encyclopedia, it's a set of encyclopedias. So there's this story that I was researching, analyzing, reviewing. This audio narration by this narrator who he talks about walking through the streets of New York and how he had this daily routine of going a certain way through the city on foot as a pedestrian. And yes, if you're thinking and guessing that what I'm about to say is that it's about time slippage, yes, it is a case of a time slip. One of the most profound I have ever encountered, ever read, ever heard, ever visualized, because I understand it. I understand it. I understand it. So this person lives in the city and goes the same way as a creature of habit every single day throughout this section of the city. And on one particular day, going that same way that this person always goes, that person took a turn around a corner, and when seeing what was around that corner, noticed that block, that avenue, that street didn't look the same as it had all the other times that person, pedestrian, living in the city, had rounded that corner. And he's thinking to himself, wait a second. This is the street. This is the turn, the corner that I always take. Which street is this? I don't recognize these buildings. This is weird. This is very odd. So, not thinking too much of it, he's just like, well, I must have gone the wrong way. So he starts walking onto that block. And quickly began to realize that not only was it something that he had never seen before in terms of that set of buildings, but there was no one there. That there was no one there. So, finding that odd that he's on a block that he had never seen, rounding a corner that he always takes, confused that he was somewhere that he didn't understand, combined with the fact that there's no one there, he began to feel as if something was definitely not right and out of place. Because ordinarily, in a city like New York, there are going to be people who you observe in your field of vision. In this case, there's no one there. And not only that, but he noticed that there was no wind, no feeling in the air of air movement, and there were no sounds in the city. Almost as if it were a set on a movie set. So, he's walking along these streets, looking at these buildings, looking up into the windows, looking about, no one there. No one there. No humans, nothing. So he continues to walk the length of that block, and it opens up to other blocks that are just these same types of buildings with no one there. So, as the story goes on, he's confused. At some point, he's overwhelmed. He's frightened. And he turns around, goes back the other way, and from memory, he eventually comes out of it. And there's some distance from that corner where he had made that turn and goes back, and it's gone. He goes back to the corner where he is certain that he had turned the first time that led to this place, and it was gone. It was back to normal. So, I understand that. I have seen instances of that in the real world. And I don't know if any of you have. Now, obviously, you think for yourselves. You do not have to believe. You do not have to believe what I just told you. Nonetheless, I had a series of dreams and experiences similar to what that narrator, that person describes. If I can find that video, I'll put the link to that narrator's, that presenter's story. I will put that link in the description to this video at some point. It won't be when I first upload this video, but I will search for it. There are many different stories that are similar to that. There are stories on file with the U.S. and foreign governments, like the British government, for example, where folks in different countries on Earth have had those types of experiences. So, that brings me back to what I have discovered. It will be amazing. I assure you with maximum 100% certainty that when you see, and I am going to be filming some of the footage myself because I know how it's supposed to look. And I've used enough cameras and recording equipment in my time to know how to operate a camera. So when all the data are compiled, it's all put together, you will see exactly what it is that I'm referring to. And you will be fucking amazed. I'm One Sir Grove. Again, thank you for tuning in to C4CW Casting 495 Celebrities Multiverse Wide.